Today, Anthony Albanese called them enhanced Medicare urgent care clinics. Kevin Rudd called them GP super clinics. The similarities between the opposition leader's announcement today and the policy taken by the ALP predecessor to the 2007 election are striking. For his analysis, let's bring in Terry Barnes, the editor of the Spectator Australia's Morning Shot newsletter and a former Howard government health policy expert. He joins me now from Melbourne. Terry, GP super clinics, a core promise of Kevin Rudd in 2007. The AMA at the time called them a bad experiment. Remind my viewers what happened to them.
Well, that's right, Peter, and certainly the AMA today is calling Anthony Albanese's announcement a bit of a bad experiment as well. But basically what happened in 2007, that Kevin Rudd and Nicola Roxon, his health spokeswoman, became health minister, promised a network of GP super clinics, which is basically creating these new clinics, lumping them down. I think it was about 50 odd locations there too across the country. But the thing was, they started from scratch. They took business away from existing GP clinics. They took doctors and nurses away from existing GP clinics when they finally started, which was actually either years after they were predicted to or never. The Australian National Audit Office found that the program was an absolute mess in terms of how it was costed, how it was planned, how it was delivered, how it actually got the doctors and nurses and bids for the clinics. And reality is that when the Abbott government came in 2013, one of the first things that it had to do was close it down because it was an absolute fiasco. But the thing here, Peter, is we've got a perfectly good GP network. If you invest more in those GPs, those nurses, that's far more effective bang for your buck than sort of making these big ticket announcements to distract from other problems.
Yeah, $135 million, there's no way that's going to deliver 50 clinics. But also today, it smacked to me of Labor feeling under pressure, strategists, pollsters getting in his ear and saying, geez, break glass, you've got to talk about Medicare again.
Well, that's right. And I think it was a distraction from Anthony Albanese's other problems, particularly the fact that he is struggling on explaining his knowledge of the economy. But the thing is, if he's going to make this an election about health, and that's what he said consistently in the run-up to it, you've actually got to have sensible plans that are sensibly costed, that are actually deliverable. And if we go back to what happened with GP super clinics, they weren't deliverable because they weren't thought through, and they basically tore the existing system apart to actually plonk them in there.